So this morning, I wanted to talk about something that, I felt really moved to talk about today. Something that has been weighing on me for a while. Um, you know, I, it's a hard subject, and it's related to this election. And I know that, people are like, just give it a break, Jason. You post stuff about the election. We know how you feel, but I don't think that everybody truly understands why I feel so strongly and why I feel that so many people should feel so strongly about this election. You know, I am very privileged in this country as a white male. I have a lot of power just because of being a man and being white. And it's really hard for me to see so many people, some of them close to me, family, friends that I care about, not fully understand the issues that we have in this country. And when I talk about this stuff, up until really today, I was very nervous to talk about this. Even now, I have butterflies a little bit because of how you can be treated and how you can be judged just because you talk about race and standing up for people of a different race. And I just don't think that our country fully understands. I lost my grandfather recently, and that's been a hard thing too. But during his funeral, one of the things that they talked about was, God put us on this earth for people, for relationships, to, interact with each other and care for each other, and that life is about people. And for all of us to put so much emphasis on, the economy or gas prices or, all these things that I'm not saying that aren't important, that they don't have, weight in this world. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that people don't worry about their jobs and providing for their family, because that is so important. I understand that. I have a family. I understand that. But if we support somebody or an idea that just tears apart the basic principle, what I believe is the basic principle, and what I think God believes is the basic principle of being on this earth, which is to care for people, to love your neighbor as yourself, to care deeply for other people, then what does all that other stuff matter? I mean, what does it matter? I just, it's been tearing at me for so long. As a therapist, I believe that God gave me the gift of empathy and just a very deep understanding of empathy, that it's so important to be able to feel what other people feel. And I can tell you, I've had so many patients over the last 4 years that have told me, and especially lately, that they fear every day. I'm talking about patients of all different colors and race. They fear every day. Not when they're out late at night or if they're in a bad part of town or, things like that. They fear every day just to leave their house. They fear for their children every day because they're afraid what might happen to them. Not just walking by themselves late at night somewhere, but just going out and living life every day. They're fearful that their children are going to be, physically or emotionally, abused, that they're going to be profiled by not only just, anybody, but also by law enforcement. I mean, what kind of life is that to be able to live when you're fearful every day just to go out and live a normal day? I just don't think people fully understand that, and I don't fully understand that. I mean, I worry about my kids just going to school and getting bullied for maybe being a little different than normal. But to be fearful that your kids might be killed every day, just because of the color of their skin. Not even because of how they act, but just the color of their skin. I mean, that is just amazing to me. Like I said, I can't fully comprehend that because I'm a white man. I've never had to deal with that issue in my entire life. You know, I just want people to understand, you know, I've had deep-seated pain. You know, I've had tearing at my soul a little bit from family and friends that support somebody that can foster the behavior of racism, that can foster the behavior of not taking care of each other and not taking care of just people and loving people. And it really hurts me. I've had deep conflict as to how I feel about people in my life, that they can't understand the fundamental principle of caring for people. If you support somebody that just doesn't care, he doesn't care. And you know, my wife and I, we were in the same room watching, you know, Biden and Harris's speech last night. And believe me, I am not by any means a Democrat. Up until Trump ran for president, I voted Republican on every single ticket. Every single ticket. But my wife and I, we cried together watching that. Why did we cry? Because we saw people of different color and race, that they were able to feel comfortable and stand and celebrate, that people were able to be together of different race, different color, and get along and love together and be happy together. And that's what this world is all about. I mean, it's important to have these other things taken care of, I get it. But this world is about people. It's about caring for each other. It's about loving each other. And I think as a nation, in order for us to grow and for us to truly work, we need to understand that fundamental principle that we're put on this earth to love each other, to care for each other. And everything else after that, it can be figured out. You know, it'll happen. I mean, there's always fluxes, there's always ebbs and flows in how things work. But life is about people. So I know there might be people, I might get backlash from this video, I might have people defriend me from Facebook, you know, so be it. But I felt very moved today to share this. I felt like I was spoken to from so many people that I've lost this year. And, you know, from just the gifts that God gave me to be able to speak on, you know, what I've experienced in my life. So I appreciate you all listening. Hopefully, you know, I have, you know, maybe encouraged you. I have, you know, maybe spoken to you. I hope that I've helped you to understand some things. But thank you very much. Bye.